Welcome to more investigations. And I was just looking through some stuff about Layla. Right? There's a lot of songs about Layla. Yeah, like it's mentioned in a lot of sort of music. Different songs, and then there's one like Layla Layla from Israel in the '60s or something. It's like loads of Layla stuff, right? Layla's song, like, really like load of Layla stuff and all that, right? Of course, the most famous one is Derek and the Dominoes, the most famous one. And, as you can see, they love this Layla idea, in the sort of media stuff and that, right? Countless ones and that. Of course, I love this Princess Leia as well. Princess Leia, because it's obviously like Leia, right? Obviously this is just Leia type of ideas and all that, right? But the most famous one, right, is obviously this Derek and the Dominoes one, right? Which of course, everyone's heard that one type of thing. Eric Clapton. Recorded by Derek and the Dominoes, DD, Dalits. DD again, the Dalits thing, right? And sort of write up about this. Layla and other sort of love songs. Of course, referring to the Tea program, right? But it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be written. They always give like a sort of thing about, like what the song was about. And here you see like it's inspired by a love story of some 7th century Arabia. Arabia is Masonic as, right? The story of Layla and Majnun. Right? It's a very sort of like, like a strange history behind the idea. Of course, I love the idea of going crazy and stuff like that, right? But the more typical story that credited to this song, right, is about this song was inspired by Clapton's secret love for Patty Boyd, who was the wife of George Harrison. It's like a sort of, they always say this particular story about it with you, if like a TV documentary or something like that. They always gone on about it, right? There's the boy, Patty the boy, and the D, the Dalit. T-boy, it's a T-boy, right? So obviously, you know what I mean? The pat, like the paternal type of thing, right? Obviously a trans, right? I wouldn't write a love song about it, like, would you? Yeah. That's like the story, right? What I always, give out about this song and that called Layla, right? Of course, there's the Indian spiritualities idea, right? But in actual fact, see, that Layla idea is more to do with Alister Crowley, right? Yeah, it's not really to do with that. Yeah, that's just a story they've put in there, type of thing, right? Of course, if it's Layla, it's about like Alister Crowley's, sort of legendary, type of activities and all that, right? Because all these people, they're banging Alister Crowley, like the Beatles and Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, they're all, because obviously they're all in the Royal Society, and that's who they all idolise, like Crowley and all that stuff, right? Of course, the Book of Lies, all that they were lies, Lila, Layla, and all this idea, right? So this is the one who's the true inspiration for that song, right? The famed Scarlet Woman of Alister Crowley, and obviously again another trans, right? Called the Bathurst. The Bathurst for a start. Come with the bath. Yeah. And obviously a trans, right? So again, like the type of history of here, like very sort of upper class, aristocratic, people and all that. And that's why these type of, like these pop musicians, they worship them, see? Because they're in this royal society and they're sort of looking up at these people and all that, really. So of course, they're going to make pop songs about it and all that. Bathurst. The wheel, and there's of course is the wheels idea again. They studied the occult. And the hex. The hex, mescaline. Sister Cybele. So you see, this is what that song's all about. It's not about some, BS about how he fancies his mate's wife or something. It's about this type of stuff, you see. Of course, they're always going to like code in this type of stuff because very, very important ideas to them and all that, see. Yeah. And plenty call it yeah, like, isn't it? The rights of Eleusis. 7 classical planets of antiquity. As you can see, Alister Crowley and all them was into very funny stuff. Mary Frances Butts. Also Mary Rodker. You see that one's a chance straight off the bat. And then T.S. Eliot. So you see what I mean? It's a total trance society. Right? What they like worship and all that. That's why they write songs about it and all that. See, because they're just lured down. Like they see like Eric Clapton and the Beatles and that. Quite lured down in the Masonic club. And they look up to these ones who are like the upper class people and all that, see. What's Her Majesty's Theatre? Like James. Right, and one more bit of code to do with Alister Crowley, right? Which is his hymn to Pan, right? Hymn to Pan. One of his poems, right? And this is from 1919. It's a sort of double 19 code there, right? Of course, you had a pandemic thing, in the COVID-19, didn't you? Of course, you always see these ideas like Apollo and Artemis and all that. Pandemic. like a bit of pan. And then there's pan to Artemis, 1909. So obviously like a bit of pan and Artemis type of things. Here's Artemis ready to heal the pandemic crowd. Artemis marketing regarding the COVID-19 virus. So as you can see, they love all this stuff. Old Artemis and Pan. Of course Apollo, I like Apollo as well. And of course the National Trust, right, the Great Beast 666, right? So of course Alister Crowley's nickname was the Great Beast 666, right? And apparently his mother called him this, when he was a young kid or whatever, right? Roswell knew it, right? The 666 is the third sex, right? The third gender, right? And the beast idea is to do with the East, sort of, it's plenty good in the idea of it, right? I mean, this is a trans idea as well. Great Beast is a trans idea, like B-R-S-T, B-A-S-T. Of course, like the Beatles, it's based like on the same type of code, right? And there the 666 is, is the meaning the third sex, right? So just to reiterate the codes on the 6, right? Obviously you get from the 6, you get the hex. You get the hex. You get the sort of like in the Freemasonic G, right? You get they get the 6 and then you stick the 7 inside, so you get the 6 and 7 in the Freemasonic G, right? Obviously you get the hex and you get the 6. So the third sex, 666. The third sex, which is obviously trans, right? Not women, not men, but transes, right? Interesting there, the UT type of idea, like your Old Testament idea. UT. So, UT, it's a bit of a hex. It's a hex straight off the bat, and there's the 3 T's on the triple tav thing and that. Basically, 6 and 7 become pretty interchangeable, like, by this stuff, see? So, it's just all code, isn't it, end of. Of course, these are like 3s there, isn't it? 3, 7 and that. It's all code, right? End of, innit? So you know what I'm saying? That's the basis of your hex idea and all that. And your third sex, who obviously Alister Crowley's was in a hexer and in a third sexer. Of course, there's a little equation for you: 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Know what 2 times 3 is? Interesting, you get this idea about white hats.